Hello everyone, welcome back to Paper Grove Studio. This is Leilani. How are you all doing today? I wanted to jump on and say a big thank you to everyone who has recently commented on my previous video for the Christmas craft off collaboration. I can't thank you enough about all the kind words and comments about the projects that I have made. It really made me so happy to read all of your comments. And I'm so thankful to you for also subscribing to my channel. I have gained so many subscribers since my last video, and I just wanted to say how much I really am thankful for you all. So I wanted to jump on and show you this project I made, and I also shared it in the collab video, and I had so many comments about it, and I'm so thankful for you guys who wanted to see me make this. So I am coming on today to quickly show you all how easy it is to use this junk mail to make this really fun ephemera holder. And this, I used Rachel's kit Timeless Christmas collection, which is the kit I used for the collaboration Christmas Craft Off 23, which ended just a few days ago. So here I am, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do that since I had a lot of requests. I have 4 envelopes here, junk mail envelopes. Some of these came out of, bills where they include an envelope for you to send back the bill with your payment. And some of these are just junk mail envelopes where they want you to sign up for credit cards and things like that. So they don't have to have windows, but mostly we're going to be using that. I would say less than half of the envelope, so it doesn't matter if it has a window. You do want to make sure they are all the same size width-wise, not the same size long, but width. So we are going to be cutting it down, and we're going to use it as pockets, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, let me get my cutter out, or you can just use a pen and pencil and a ruler or your measuring mat to measure out the lengths that you're going to need, and then just draw a straight line with a ruler and cut it across. But I'm going to be using my paper cutter. Let me grab that. I'm going to build it with 4 envelopes. Here I have 4 tiers here where you can tuck all of this ephemera in, and these fit a lot of ephemera. These are great for happy mail, for gift cards, money, and all kinds of things like that to send to anybody, any of your loved ones during holidays, Christmas, birthdays, things like that. So I'm going to cut our first envelope. I want to use, it doesn't matter which one you use, but the window was up higher on this one. So let's see, it doesn't matter. Let's see. The first envelope, which is going to be the longest one, measures 4 1/4 inches tall. So what you'll also want to keep in mind is the image that you'll want to put in the front here. So this is a image from Rachel's kit, and I want to use this girl. So I have to make sure that this girl is going to fit the length of this, all of these envelopes that are put together. So the tallest, as I said, is 4 1/4 inches. So you can take a ruler and then you can measure 4 1/4 of where you want your image to be. So I will cut this down to 4 1/4, and then wide, you're going to need it to be at least 5 1/4 wide. And again, you can go by the size of your own envelopes. depending on how you want to make this. These are just the sizes that I'm going to use. So please measure, and I'll show you all that now. Okay, so here, my tallest envelope, as I said, is 4 1/4. So I want this side. I'm going to measure, this should be, let's see, to make sure that I'm not going to cut into the window. Yeah, this one, no. We'll use this for the shorter ones. Yeah, I have enough room for this one. So about 4 1/4 is what I want to cut my envelope at. It's catching a little, and it might need a new blade, but we'll be okay here. So that's that tallest part of our envelope. Then you'll want to cut the next envelope 3 inches. Let me put it up here because this blade might need to get changed. Okay, so that's 4 1/4 and that's 3 inches. My next one I want to be 2 inches. This one seems a little bit crooked, but that's okay. This envelope. That's a 2 inch. And then you'll cut the last one at 1 inches. Just want to be at the right measurement so the image will fit correctly. So there you have it, you guys. That's what it's going to look like so far. Alrighty. So now what you're going to do is you're going to need your glue. I'm going to use my Fabrifix. You can use any glue that you have. And we'll start sticking these down. So you'll take this largest envelope and then the second largest envelope and you'll glue these together. Okay, just like that. Make sure it's nice and equal, edge to edge. And I also wanted to mention to you all that I kept the flap, so I glued the flap back down. So you know that the envelopes that come inside of the bills, you can just glue the flap back down. If you had opened one of the envelopes like I had done with this one, I opened the top flap, so this was already stuck down still. I didn't rip it open from the flap. I ripped it open from the top. So I just ended up gluing it shut. So you could do that, put just a small little bead of glue in the inside so you could still use it as a pocket like this. So I did want to mention that to you all, that you'll want the end to be either glued down or glue the flap back down so that both sides are closed. So you could use it as a pocket. Okay. So let me get those envelopes again. So we'll glue these together with my Fabrifix. If you wanted an extra pocket, you could just glue the sides and the bottom, but I'm just gluing it fully down because we already have pockets from the envelopes. So glue this right down. flush to the bottom, edge to edge. There we go. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. Okay. And then you'll take the next envelope that measured 2 inches and you'll glue that right on top. Make sure your pockets are still fine and everything. With mine, I did not line the inside. If you guys want to do that, you can definitely do that. That's going to take a lot more time to do that. And I would do that before I would glue them all together if you were going to do that, okay? So go ahead and glue that one down. I love this. This is so fun to use junk mail in our journals or for our Happy Meal. It's so accessible to everyone, so that's why it's really fun to use these. Our 1 inch we'll glue down to our 2 inch envelope. Try to get it all at the bottom so that it's all aligned. Okay. Alrighty. So that is part of our project. I am going to ink it, just the edges, and in case, you know, this one, my image went a little above, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I ended up inking it, so let me grab my ink. Here we go. Okay. Now we'll go and get our image and cut it down to size. So mine is going to measure 4 1/4 tall. So this is definitely bigger than 4 1/4. So I will measure about up to the bottom of her dress, which I am okay with. So let me cut this, let me cut up to the top of her bow first. And then I want to measure this about 4 1/4 is how tall I did my envelope. So yeah, just under the edge of her dress. Okay. Let me cut these edges off really quick, just so I could be a little bit more exact here. Get those out of the way. All right, so I want it to be, it has to measure 5 1/4 wide, half of an inch on both sides of the image, and my envelope is 4 1/4. So I will see where I want this. So we'll cut it over here. So this whole thing has to measure 5 1/4 from the quarter, 1/2 inch that I added from the image. So I have cut this down to 5 1/4, and I left the image more on the left side instead of it being centered because I wanted these numbers here for the, in case I wanted to do any sort of extra embellishing on the end or something, so that she's not completely in the middle like I did Santa for this one. So that's what I ended up deciding for this image. So it's going to go like this, sort of. It's going to have the extra 1/2 inch on that side, and it's going to be folded over, and then this side as well folded over. So she's a little off center on this one. And then, so you're going to measure each section here, which should be just about an inch. Let's see here. This is going to be a 1-inch strip, a 1-inch strip, 1-inch strip, and then the top one is 1 1/4 inch strip of your image. If you cut your image 4 1/4 tall. Okay. So where did I just put my image here? Under the cutting board. All right. So let's go ahead and cut those measurements. I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip here. Make sure it's all straight. Start from the top here because my cutter might need to be changed. So that's 1 inch at the bottom. Another 1 inch you're going to do if you're following my measurements. Another 1 inch. And then what's left over is what's going to be on top, which should be a 1 1/4 inch strip. And again, if there's anything extra, that's why I did kind of a little bit extra above the bow, then it'll be trimmed off and it shouldn't affect your image at all here. We just want to make sure that these go on in the correct order. So grab your envelope and your glue again. And I'm going to start at the bottom here. So this is going to go here. Make sure you grab all the strips, align them where they're supposed to go first before you start gluing them down, so that you could make sure that the images are getting glued down together. So you'll go like this. And you'll almost be doing it like a puzzle. Make sure the paper is all aligned. You could check the sides. See how they're aligned there. And they're aligned together with the image. Try to keep it all in place. So that will stay up there. Those 3 pieces, I'll take this off. And then I'll grab my glue. And I'll put my glue on that strip. Okay. Now I'll put it over here and align it with that top strip right above it. Bring it down to the edge. Flatten it down. And roll it over to the edge. Okay, that one's down. I got a little glue there. That's okay. That's what it looks like on the back. Grab the next strip and all the others again, just so we know that we're all aligned here. Yep. This is just how I do it, and this helps me get it all down properly. There might be an easier way to do it. I'm gonna start using my other glue actually instead of the Fabrifix. It goes a little faster, I feel like. There we go. Yep. Perfect. Okay, take those off again. Okay, move on to the next one. Zoom in a little more for you. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry about that. I should fill up my smaller bottles. Haven't even gotten a chance to do that yet. Make sure it's aligned good. All the way down to the bottom there. Okay. All right, we're on our last strip here, you guys. So excited. If you have to bring it closer to look and make sure it's all even and everything, definitely do that. And then I love how this covers up the edge, see, of the envelopes. Now you'll definitely want to check and make sure that nothing's sticking. You can open up your envelopes here. Make sure if it's over lapping a little bit. Try to get in there, open it up a little bit. You can use a scoring tool, your finger, a ruler, just to get in there and open that up. So there you guys have it. Oh my goodness. I love this image. This is one of our favorite images of Rachel's kit. Look at that, you guys. And there's our Santa one. Oh, I just love these images, you all. So we could start tucking some things inside here. Let me grab a couple things. We can even do the words that we cut out from the kit, or just some collage pieces. You guys could send this as Happy Mail. Oh, I just love this, you guys. I still have to cut all these out, but you could definitely add those in there. You could tuck anything you want in there, really. Definitely use it for ephemera, or an ephemera holder, if you'd like. I could cut some of these words out and tuck them in. Let's see. Even just leave a few in there like that and just gift it to someone. Tuck them in there. Down here. Tuck some of those snowmen inside. Just like that. These are some of the bigger ones that I printed. Just like that. Some of the tags, you can tuck the tags in there. Some Christmas tags you can tuck in there. Just like that. Some more snowmen, fussy cuts. So there you have it. That is the finished product. You guys can definitely cover the back with an image. You can just stick it to a journal page. You can collage on it, different pieces and collage, and rip pieces apart. You can write a message on the back. You can glue a lined paper. You can glue an envelope if you want, like this. So somebody could open up an envelope. Maybe 2 envelopes if you wanted to that overlap, just like that. So there's like a hidden surprise in the back here. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? I love it. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I can't wait to post another video for you guys. If there's another project that you saw in the collab video that I have made, please let me know, and I'd love to share it with you guys. Also, I wanted to let you know about the slider card. In the original video, I didn't glue the tabs down in the inside. This is my original one. I did do that, and for some reason, I didn't let you guys know to glue that down in the inside. Those little nubs that were left on the end, those have to be glued down. So happy to share that with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial for this really fun junk mail ephemera holder. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.